Hey, subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to ring that bell. When you ring that bell, you get all my recipes instantaneously. Like today's recipe. Wonderful. It's a Greek lasagna. Alright. Traditionally, it's like a Greek lasagna. Pastitsio. Wonderful. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. What it is a baked pasta with a meat sauce, a bechamel sauce on top of that. The whole thing's baked. Wonderful. However, I gotta take away that pasta. Too many carbs. I want to reduce, not eliminate the carbs, I want to reduce the carbs. So what I'm going to use instead of pasta is spaghetti. Hey, isn't spaghetti pasta? Not necessarily. Not when you use spaghetti squash. Wonderful stuff. Good flavor. It's going to go very good with this dish. Hey, there's a meat sauce that goes on top of the spaghetti. But we're not going to use meat. We're going to use lentils. Fantastic. A lot of fiber. A lot of protein. Very good for you. So let's get cooking. Okay, so the first thing I have to do is cook the lentils. I'm just going to cook a 1 pound bag. I'm probably not going to use the whole bag, but I'm going to cook it and I'll use the leftover lentils for something else. Very good stuff. I have here 6 cups of vegetable broth, simmering, just simmering, don't boil it, nice simmer. Okay, I'm going to throw my lentils into that vegetable broth. Just going to give it a stir. Going to cover it. Hey, that's going to simmer for about 20 minutes. Should be fine. I'll taste a couple of pieces, make sure they're nice and tender. If you need more time, I'll give it more time. Awesome, man. This is going to be delicious and very healthy. Greek food's wonderful. Spaghetti squash. Woo. This is not an easy thing. Spaghetti squash are very hard. Check this out. Okay? So, hey, if you go to your grocery store and you ask them to cut it in half for you, I bet they'll do that. These grocery store people are very nice. Okay. I'm going to cut my own in half, though, because I want to show you how it's done. What I do basically is I stab it. Stab it like that, and then bring the knife down on one side. Stab it again. Bring the knife down the other side. Then take the knife, I put it inside, I twist it a little bit. There we go. I'm going to take a soup spoon and just scrape out the seeds. That's it. Wonderful. I'm going to actually spray the inside of the I'm going to spray the inside of the spaghetti squash. And then just use a little bit of salt. Not too much, just a little bit of salt. A little bit of freshly ground black pepper. Then I'm going to turn them cut side down. Hey, I'm going to put these in a preheated 350-degree oven. Should take about 45 minutes to an hour. So I'll see you later. Woo! That's delicious. Okay, I'll see you in 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, so the beautiful lentils are ready. How do I know these lentils are ready? They're ready. Let me drain them. Okay, so it's time to make the sauce. That nice meat sauce with the lentils. No meat in this sauce. Okay, we'll start with about a tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, I have to small dice 2 medium onions, right? Just like this. About 1/8 of an inch slice. Turn it the other way. and slice going the other way about 1/8 of an inch. Hey, that's beautiful. So I have 2 onions that I small diced. And then I have to do the garlic. I use 6 cloves, and that's a lot of garlic, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it so that I get that like sweet and pungent garlic flavor. Look at that, beautiful stuff. Okay. First I add the onion. Get that sauteing for a couple of minutes. Okay. Now I'm going to add my garlic. Woo! Smells good. Let that cook for just a minute. Okay, now I have to use some red wine. Hey, you guys know what time it is? Time to get wasted. Because the red wine I'm going to use to cook with is the same red wine I used to drink. Today I got a Cabernet Sauvignon. Very nice wine. A little dry, perfect for cooking, and good for drinking. Okay, but here's the problem. My wife said I can't drink out of the bottle anymore. That's a little gross. No problem. All right. Delicious. I'm going to add about a cup of red wine to this meat sauce. Hey, a little extra for me. Beautiful. While that's reducing, I got to add 1 bay leaf, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, and let this reduce. Hey, this is why I use a pan instead of a pot. I use a pan instead of a pot because it's got a wider opening so that it reduces much better. Nice. The wider the opening, the quicker it reduces. I'm reducing it so I get that great flavor. I'm intensifying the flavor. That's awesome. That's good cooking right there. Okay, you know it's reduced enough when you can take a spoon and scrape along the bottom and you can see the bottom for a second or two. See the bottom? Okay? That's good. I want a little wine in there, but I don't want it too wet. Okay, now I have to add some tomato. I have here a 28-ounce can of tomato, but I only need 14 ounces, so I'm going to use approximately half a can. Very good. Woo, that looks good. Okay, now, very important, find the bay leaf. Okay, you find the bay leaf, get rid of it. You can't eat that. Hey, you can't eat that bay leaf. They'll choke on that. Get rid of it. It's given all the flavor it can give. Thank you, Mr. Bay Leaf. I have here 3 cups of cooked lentils. Look at that, beautiful. That smells fantastic. Okay, now, very important. You gotta taste it. Delicious. Needs a little salt. So I put like a half a teaspoon salt in there. Beautiful. And I put about a teaspoon of sugar. Okay. And there's your meat sauce. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, let it sit low fire. Going to sit for about 10 minutes just to bring it together on nice low fire. Okay, so what I have in here is a half a cup of cashews, which was soaked in 2 cups of vegetable broth. I have 1 clove of garlic, half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and a half a cup of nutritional yeast. I'm going to puree that. Okay, look how that comes out. Nice and smooth. Let's put this. Ooh, look at that. So tasty. So smooth. I gotta let this come to a simmer. Okay, meanwhile I gotta separate a couple of eggs. So I have 2 eggs in here, and I'm just gonna take out the yolks. Okay, I need the yolks for that bechamel sauce. And I need the whites for the spaghetti squash. Okay, you see, as it came to a boil, it kind of thickened a little bit. It should be the consistency of like a pancake batter. There you go. Beautiful. I have these 2 yolks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just like maybe a half a cup of this sauce into the yolks. A little bit, just like that. Beautiful. Okay, and then I'm going to take this sauce I made like that. I'm going to put it back into the sauce. That's called tempering. That's delicious. Outstanding. That's gonna go right on top. And those egg yolks are gonna help it to brown a little bit nice. Whew, it's delicious. Okay. Beautiful. Hey, how do I know it's done? Very easy. Give it a squeeze. Hey, that's soft. That's done. I take a kitchen towel. Easy way to do it, just loosen it up from the skin in your hand like that, and then get it into the bowl. Beautiful. Remember those 2 egg whites I had? Okay, put them into a big bowl. Wonderful. And then I have here about a cup of feta cheese. I put it in with the egg whites. And I mix it in with the egg whites and the feta cheese. I get a nice casserole dish. Take some spray oil and spray the bottom heavily so nothing will stick. We put down the spaghetti squash first. And that's going to form like a nice base because the egg whites are going to cook. Okay, and it's going to make all the spaghetti squash stick together. It's going to form like a little bit of a base. Hey, remember that meat sauce? Awesome. Let's put some meat sauce on top of that spaghetti squash. Then we have here that bechamel with the egg yolk in it. Wonderful. Spread that around over the meat sauce. That looks good. Okay, that casserole is going in the oven. Preheated 350 degrees. I'm going to put it there for a half hour. Check it after a half hour. Wonderful. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes when that casserole comes out of the oven. gonna be gorgeous. Okay. Okay, so it's been a half hour. And this is beautiful. Look at that. Slightly brown on top. Now, just like a regular lasagna, it's gotta sit for about a half hour. Let it set. You can always like reheat it later for dinner. But this is something that's great to make the day before. Put it in the refrigerator, then when you have guests, just throw it in the oven for a half hour on 350 degrees. It's gonna get nice and hot and set, and it cuts beautifully. Okay, so gonna let this set. Gonna have dinner in a couple of hours. I'll see you in a couple of hours for dinner. Excellent! You're all invited. Come on over. I'll pull out some extra chairs. Wonderful. Always love to have company. Okay, see you in a couple of hours. Okay, so this pasticcio has set and it looks absolutely beautiful. Hey, this pasticcio feeds 4 people. So what I want to do is cut out 1 portion of it. Hey, check that out. You can see those layers. That's awesome. So delicious. Hey, you know what else is delicious? I got a video that has 3 Greek dips. Woo! You get some fresh pita bread, you get those dips, you got a meal. Wow, that's delicious. Wonderful video. Hey, eat this dish, check out this video, and then check out the other video with the Greek dips. And I'll see you there. Awesome. I'm going to eat this right now. Smells delicious. Very impressive.